They dare speak so freely. You would think they done got arrested. They would just pipe down. They would just be quiet. Let the system take over. But these men refused to bow down to the system. When the religious leaders considered all the facts, they came to one simple conclusion. We've seen somebody act like this. We've seen somebody who was not intimidated by us. We've seen someone who, when we stood in his face, he stood right back at us. These men have been with Jesus. That's what it is. That's what it is. These men have been with Jesus. The early Christians, they turned the world upside down because they had a life-changing encounter with Jesus Christ. It had nothing to do with a degree. It had nothing to do with seminary education. That single fact explains the boldness of the first generation of believers who took the gospel from Jerusalem across the Roman Empire. I need to tell somebody tonight that you can be around Jesus and yet not be with him. You can be around him and yet not be with him. There's a difference.
That's right.
Being around Jesus and being with Jesus. Being around your lifestyle will reveal it. Your lifestyle will tell that you've been with Jesus. Remember this. Peter and John, they weren't looking for a confrontation. Acts chapter 3 and verse 1 says, now Peter and John went up together to the temple at the hour of prayer, the 9th hour. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They had gone to the temple to pray. Not to perform a healing, not to preach, and certainly not to get themselves arrested. Peter and John just said, hey, it's 3 o'clock. We going up to pray. Two men on their way to the temple to pray. Two preachers. No preaching engagement. They come into church just to get something out of it. We just going to pray. They were, however, ready to do what Christians should always do.
That's right.
They were ready to give an answer. You better be ready to give an answer for the hope that's in you. You better be ready when somebody asks how you made it. You better be ready to give an answer.
Come on now.
When somebody asks you, and it even pinpoints, Acts 4 and 2 pinpoints the problem. The Jewish leaders were agitated. The text says, being greatly disturbed that they taught the people and preached in Jesus the resurrection from the dead. There's no other way to get up but in Jesus. You got to teach the people. See, somebody get mad. Some people will get mad when you teach somebody. Because when they learn and then they apply what they learn, they can't be ignorant no more. And some people are glad to get over on your ignorance. You teach them and they know and they can respond with what they know. Some folk get mad at that. Who told you you had rights? Who told you you were free? See, people don't want you to know you're free. People don't want you to know the liberties you have. But Peter and John gave this man liberty. Shaking up the world. They simply told him the truth. You crucified Jesus. And God raised him from the dead. You killed him, but God raised him up. And the result was, the text said, that many of those who heard the word believed, and the number of the men came to about 5,000. So now the text will tell you, when you study and everything, you already know Peter on the day of Pentecost, and 3,000 souls came. So now when you read this and said it came to about 5,000, most people believe that this was not an additional 5,000 to the 3,000, but it was an addition to the point that the church grew from 3,000. Now it's 5,000. So that's a mighty preaching. You see, that's what will happen when you give people truth. You give them truth. How do you become full of grace and truth? How does it get developed? It comes through life, through people and pain. People and pain develop you. Job said it like this in the 23rd chapter and in the 10th verse. He said, he knows the way that I take. when he has tried me,
Yes.
I will come forth as gold. You got to deal with people, and you got to deal with pain to be full of grace and truth, to have the aroma of heaven, the aroma of Christ, for people to know that you've been with Jesus. You've got to deal with people, and you've got to deal with pain. There are no shortcuts to a life of tested gold. There's no shortcut. You've got to go through the furnace so that God can refine you into the gold of a tested character. Then after the furnace, you know from experience the power of Christ to deliver you. So then that's where the boldness comes in. We go back to the story of the 3 Hebrew boys. Why could they be so bold? The king was saying, if you don't bow, I'm going to kill you. And what their response is, I don't care. I don't care if you kill me. I will not give in to what you put out. So do what you're going to do. That's boldness. Do what you're going to do. Because I'm not moving off my premise. Go ahead and cut me off. The Lord is my source. The Lord is my source. How does this develop? A divine life where you just got to really say, yes, Lord. Is God, and you know it, is God controlling your life? Check yourself. Is he in control of your life? Would you give up everything right now and go with him? Is he in control? We call him Lord, but is he leading your life? Leading your life means he's leading in every avenue. And if there's some avenues he's not leading in, and you already know what they are, you need to give them over to him. Lord, forgive me. Lord, help me. I need you to take control in this area of jumping and leaping. Here's a man whose ankles had no strength in it. Knees had no strength in it. Feet had no strength in it. But when he took hold of the name of Jesus, jumps up. That's the power. When you've been with Jesus. That's power. When you've been with Jesus. Come on now. The Sanhedrin, they remembered seeing Peter and John with Jesus in the temple. Come on, man. They remember seeing them at his trial. These men were doomed. He brings with him his power. When he comes into your life, everything that Jesus is, listen to this, if you just would get this in your spirit. When Jesus comes into your life, everything that he is, you are. He comes in. He can take the weakest among us and use them in amazing ways for his glory. There is nothing impossible for anyone who's been with Christ. Nothing impossible. There are people in this room who have never earned a degree from any school. But you know more about the things of God, about the deep theology of God, than people who spent years in institutions of higher learning. The Spirit of God can teach you the deep things of the Lord by his presence in your life. That's why Jesus told them, before you get busy, before you get really involved in ministry, you go wait in the upper room. You stay there until you got power. Don't do nothing without power. Don't do nothing without authority. Don't do nothing without me. You see that? Don't do nothing without me. When we were preaching Sunday, you know, that's why Jesus, remember when he said, that's why Jesus told Mary, don't hold on to me. Don't cling to me. I have to leave. I got to go. First of all, I got to go because I'm the wave offering. I let my Father know there's more coming. But another reason I got to go because I told you that I'm must leave so the comforter can come. I got to go. The work of salvation is complete. But now you need power and authority. And because I'm sitting on the throne next to my Father, I can give you all of that. So I'm going to send you somewhere, and he ain't going to say nothing new to you. He's going to tell you everything that I've already told you.